Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, April 1st, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. It is the start of a new month. March was excellent. We're going to keep it going here in April, watch some more sports, and really just enjoy this month that we have. So we're going to start there. We're going to go back to March. We're going to go back to March 31st, and we're going to talk about the Giants and the San Diego Padres who played yesterday. Final score 9-3. Giants win. The winning pitcher in this game was Logan Webb, who gets his first win of the year and goes to 1-1. The losing pitcher was Herman Marquez. Kind of got rocked. Not a save situation, so nobody picked up the save. There are a couple of different directions we can go here. We're gonna start with the offense, okay? And the first three games. Sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. The first three games, we're well aware of how much the Giants' offense struggled. And then on Monday, the Giants scored 3 runs, and they got some more hits, but it still wasn't a ton. Yesterday was a ton of offense. 9 runs on 16 hits. Also walked 2 times, but 16 hits and 40 at-bats. That's a 400 batting average for the whole team, and everybody was hitting. You got Adames went 4 for 5 with a home run and 2 extra base hits. Rafi Devers 2 for 5. Elliot Ramos, he was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Luis Arias had a hit and a sac fly. Matt Chapman 2 for 5 with a homer. Jung-Hoo Lee 3 for 5 with 2 extra base hits and 3 RBIs. Harrison Bader had a hit and scored a run. He was an extra base hit. Bailey had a hit, scored a run, and drew a walk, and Schmidt also added on a hit of his own. Everybody got a hit in this game. The standout performances from Adames in the leadoff spot, 4 for 5. Devers had 2, Chapman had 2 and a homer, and Jung-Hoo had 3 hits, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs. Amazing performance from the Giants offense. This is the kind of performance we've been expecting to see from the Giants offense, and it just didn't come in the first 4 games. But here against the Padres and Herman Marquez, they really broke out and they unloaded for 9 runs in this baseball game, and that's great. That is excellent. We scored 9, and we even left 7 on base, and the 2 home runs are the very great part about it. I'm really happy with this performance from the Giants offense because we had plenty of chances in the first inning. We had a leadoff home run with Adames, and then we kept going with 2 more runs in the. I think it was the third inning, or I think it was the third inning. We had the bases loaded and didn't score a run off of that. Then we had another chance with the bases loaded in the 6th inning, cashed in with 4 there. That is excellent. Or it would have been the second inning actually, where the bases were loaded. So in the second inning, we had a chance with the bases loaded and 1 out. Couldn't get a run in, but we added 1 more the next inning, and then we came out with the bases loaded again, the exact same situation, bases loaded with Ramos up. Ramos got a hit, and Luis Arias got a sac fly after they had previously failed to come through in the exact same situation in the second. Scored 4 in the 6th, tacked on 1 more in the 9th. 16 hits, 9 runs. That is what you want to see from the Giants offense. It's kind of what we've been expecting. I don't know about 9 runs being the norm, but definitely not unusual. When we score 9 runs, it's going to be more realistic now because our offense is so good, and that's amazing. Let's highlight someone in particular. Let me bring up the stats real quick because there is a point I want to make about Willie. No, I don't want that. Willie, I'll pause for you while I search this up. Okay, Willie Adames has hit leadoff 3 times in his career for the San Francisco Giants, and in those games, he is 6 for 12 with 2 home runs. You go back to the very last game of last season, he led off just so he can maybe get another at bat, which he hit a home run on the first pitch of the game. And here he is leading off again in yesterday's game, hit a home run in the second pitch of the game. He hit leadoff on Monday and was 1 for 4 in the win. So when Adames is hitting leadoff, he's actually very, very good. He's hitting 500 for the Giants' career, and he had 2 RBIs yesterday with 4 hits and 5 at-bats and 2 extra base hits. So Willy Adames, that is excellent. I don't really think of him as a leadoff hitter. Like for my ideal lineup, I have Arias leading off, or other contenders would be Ramos or Lee. We've seen those 2 hit leadoff in their careers for the Giants, but Willy Adames, I mean, sometimes when there's a big moment or he's feeling right, he will swing at that first pitch. And you go back to his return to Milwaukee, you go back to game 162, trying to break the Bonds curse. Both of those games, he hit home runs in his first at bat on the first pitch. So maybe he's just a very, very good leadoff hitter. And if you really think about it, the 2 times he's hit leadoff, we've won those games. Those are our only wins. So Willy Adames, maybe he's just good for that leadoff spot, and that gives us more versatility because we can have Rafi hit second and not have to worry about matching it left and right. And that actually makes the lineup way more balanced. There's no back-to-back lefties or righties except for 9-8 in the lineups, or 9. It'd be 9 to back to 1. So it makes the lineup more balanced having Willy up there. And Willy is just super successful in that leadoff spot. His best game of the year by far came yesterday in the leadoff spot. So great job from Willy Adames. The defense was also very consistently good, like it's been for his entire Giants tenure. And that was especially exciting to see how good he was yesterday. I also want to shout out Jung Hoo. Jung Hoo was very good yesterday. 3 for 5 with 2 extra base hits and 3 RBIs. Really liked what I saw from Jung Hoo yesterday, and I liked how he was hitting the ball sharply. Even one of his groundouts was at 95 miles an hour. And the thing about Jung Hoo that I've been saying is he kind of needs to be more aggressive when he's swinging the bat. Not necessarily more aggressive when he's up there hitting, but when he actually decides to swing the bat, he needs to be more aggressive instead of letting the ball come to him. I think he needs to go out and go attack the ball and hit it hard, because when he kind of leans back a little bit and tries to golf it, it's kind of like a weak contact. You see him ground out to second a lot, and you see him ground out to short yesterday twice. But a lot of his hits, 2 of his hits were doubles down the line in right field. That's what you want to see. And remember Jung Hoo Lee last year, the first month of the year, really, where he was just on fire. He was slugging very high. He was up there in doubles for the league lead. And, you want to see that. You want to see doubles from Jung Hoo. That's what I said at the beginning of the year. And yesterday he had 2 doubles and we won the game. So that's great to see as well from Jung Hoo. Love to see that from him. All right, let's move on to the pitching aspect of it. We'll talk about Logan Webb. Logan Webb's first start of the year on opening night did not go well. He gave up 5 runs in the second inning. He gave up 2 more, I believe, in the 5th and got pulled. Hey, he just had a rough outing that time. I was excited to see how he would perform tonight, trying to bounce back from that. And this is what happened for Webb. 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 earned runs on 3 hits and 4 walks, struck out 5 batters. Look, this is basically, he pitched 6 innings, and the first half was very different from the second half of his outing. The first 3 innings were kind of rough. He was walking batters. He allowed a walk in each of the first 3 innings. He was having a tough time, commanding all of his pitches, and he was still being efficient. He was still getting out of innings. But then the Padres' best hitters came up for the second time, Tatis and Machado and Merrill, and that's when the damage came. Andujar also knocked in Merrill. So there were 3 runs in that 3rd inning. After that 3rd inning, though, Logan Webb was very good. He retired 10 batters in a row to end the game, and he struck out most of his batters in the final innings. He got the same hitters, Tatis, Machado, and Merrill, that had tagged him for those runs earlier in the 3rd. In the 5th, he struck out the side, with those 3 being the victims. Logan Webb did not have his best stuff at the beginning of the game, but he battled. he still managed to be competitive and only allow 3 despite not having his best stuff. And then he figured it out in the second half of the start. The last 3 innings were dominant. Saw more strikeouts, way less walks. Just a good outing from Logan Webb, and that's the kind of thing you need from your ace. When you don't have your best stuff, you still gotta find a way to to get through those innings, and he did. Only gave up the 3, and we won. So that's what matters, and he got the win. So it's a good outing from Logan Webb. Really shows his character. For the future, you'd like to see the walk numbers be down a little bit, but I think this is a positive note to see that even when he's not going great, he can still be a very effective pitcher for you. Who pitched from the bullpen? It was Brubaker. 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and struck out 1, no runs. And then Buto pitched the ninth. He struck out 2 over an inning and gave up the 1 hit. Like to see that. Let's take a look at other scores from around the league. You had the Rangers beat the Orioles 8-5. DeGrom was the starter. He went 4 2/3, struck out 7, gave up 3 runs. Zach Eflin went 3 2/3 and struck out 7, gave up 1 earned run. The win went to Cole Winn, and the loss went to Yennier Cano. In this game, Pete Alonso hit his first Orioles home run. Taylor Ward also went 4 for 5. And yeah, that's that. The next one, the Pirates beat the Reds in Cincinnati 8-3. Bubba Chandler went 4 1/3. No hits, gave up a run, but it wasn't earned. He struck out 6. He also walked 6 batters. So that's pretty crazy. He didn't allow a hit, but he walked 6. So that's pretty crazy. The win went to Ramirez, though. The losing pitcher for the Reds was Williamson, who was the starter, 4 2/3, 6 runs, all earned, and got the loss. He had 3 home runs in that one. Lots of homers from the Pirates. Next game, Marlins beat the White Sox 9-2. Jansen Junk was the starter, 4 1/3, 2 earned runs. Eric Fetty got the loss for the White Sox, 4 runs, 3 earned over 5 innings, struck out 4. The win went to Anthony Bender. Is it Anthony? Yeah, Anthony Bender. Inning and 2/3 and a strikeout. The Phillies beat the Nationals in Andrew Painter's major league debut. He went 5 1/3, struck out 8, and gave up just 1 run. The loss in this one went to Zach Littell, who pitched 5 innings in relief. I guess they used the opener. Yeah, they used the opener. Five innings there, 3 earned runs. The starter was Pauline, who was the opener, so he went an inning, no runs. And this save went to Yohan Duran, who struck out 2 over an inning. Andrew Painter got the win in his debut. Phillies win 3-2. Blue Jays beat the Rockies 5-1. Scherzer got the win, 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 run. Feltner started the game, and he did not give up a run over 4 strikeouts over 3 innings. Mejia got the loss, 2 earned runs, an inning and a third. And the Blue Jays win 5-1. The Athletics get their first win of the year, beating the Braves 5-2. Savali got the win, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts over 5 innings. The loss went to Suarez, who gave up 4 earned runs over 3 2/3, struck out 6. Leiter Jr. got the save. Angels beat the Cubs 2-0. Winning pitcher Jose Soriano, who was great again for the Halos. 6 scoreless, struck out 4, 2 hits, 2 walks, got his second win of the year. Jameson Taillon was the starter, no earned runs, no runs over 4 2/3, but the loss went to Phil Maton, and the save went to Romano, his second of the year. The Brewers beat the Rays 6-2, and Woodruff's return and Shane McClanahan's first start since August 2023. Great to see that he's back. Now, he went 4 2/3, got the loss, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. Woodruff got the win, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts. In that one, the Cardinals beat the Mets 3-0. Shutout there. Palante, 5 innings, 5 shutout innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, 3 walks. The loss went to Kodai Senga, gave up 2 earned runs and struck out 9 over 6. The save went to O'Brien. 3-0 that one. 9-2 final score between the Astros and the Red Sox. The winning pitcher was Hunter Brown, struck out 8 over 6 one-run innings. The loss went to Brian Bayo, who gave up 6 runs, 5 earned over 4 2/3, and struck out 2. The save went to Bolton, a 3-inning save. And then the D-backs beat the Tigers 7-5. Winning pitcher was Hoffman, 2 scoreless in relief, struck out 3. The loss went to Vest. Gave up 3 earned runs and over 2/3, and Sewald got the save. The starter was Brennan Fott, 6 5-run innings, struck out 3. Casey Mize struck out 9 over 6 and gave up 1 run and got no decision. In this one for Arizona, Jose Fernandez made his debut and went 3 for 4 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. He had the winning 3-run home run with 2 outs in the 8th inning in this game. Great debut there. And the Yankees, they beat the Mariners 5-0. Max Fried was once again brilliant. 7 innings pitched, struck out 6, gave up no runs on 3 hits and a walk. And for the Mariners, Gilbert got the loss, 5 1/3, get 5 earned on 7 hits and 3 walks, struck out 6. The Yankees win that one. Max Fried looks great so far. The Dodgers won 4-1 behind Shohei pitching. 6 shutout, gave up 1 hit and 3 walks, struck out 6, and also had a hit himself. 4-1. That final score. The Guardians started Bybee, who gave up a run over 4 innings and struck out 4, and that was all I needed in this one. Dodgers win. So that was yesterday. Let's look ahead to today. Baseball really takes a while to get through, doesn't it? A's Braves, Severino versus Sale, good matchup there. Rangers Orioles, Eovaldi versus Rogers. Those are the 2 opening day starters. Lots of the opening day starters going up against each other because of the rest trade. So Pirates Reds, Skeens and Abbott. Skeens looking to just put that opening day starter behind him and get rolling again. The Nats and the Phillies, it's going to be Cavalli versus Sanchez. A lot of these are the opening day starters going up again. Freeland for the Rockies against Gosman for the Blue Jays. Shane Smith for the White Sox against Sandy for the Marlins. You got Freddie Peralta going up against Liberatore for the Mets, Liberatore for the Cards. Rays Brewers, you got Rasmussen versus Mizorowski. You got Crochet versus Burrows for the Red Sox and the Astros. Angels Cubs, Kikuchi versus Boyd. Tarek Skubal for the Tigers against Zach Gallen for the D-backs. Cam Schlittler for the Yankees against George Kirby for the Mariners. Joe Ryan for Minnesota. Cameron for the Royals. And then finally, for the Guardians, it's Gavin Williams versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Let's take a look at the Giants matchup today. The Giants are going to be starting Adrian Hauser, making his Giants debut. He didn't pitch because of the off-day situation, so Webby was rested. We want him to get going here. For the Padres, it's going to be Nick Pivetta, who was the opening day starter and got rocked by the Tigers. 6 earned runs over 3 innings. So you're looking to get to him a little bit. We've had success getting to the starter early in the game. Looking to try and do that again because he had a rough outing on the first one. Don't want to let him get settled in because he is a good pitcher, had a good year last year. And just trying to get to him early and sweep the Padres would be great. So that's baseball. Basketball news, the Warriors played tonight against the Spurs. Other scores around the league, nothing crazy really. We'll move on to hockey, which is probably more exciting. Here are some big scores from the Western Conference yesterday. The Oilers beat the Kraken 3-0. So the Kraken do not gain any points and stay tied with us on points. They could have tied Nashville, but they did not. And then you have the Jets, who won in overtime against the Blackhawks 4-3. So what does that mean? It means the Jets have 76 points, are 1 point back of the Predators and tied with the Kings in the West. The Sharks are 1 point back of those 2 teams, the Kings and the Jets. And those are the only 2 teams that play in the West that are fighting for a wild card. The Stars lost, but they're well out ahead. So look at some Eastern scores. The Hurricanes beat the Blue Jackets. The Bruins won. The Sabres beat the Islanders 4-3. Canadians over the Lightning 4-1. Panthers beat the Senators 6-3. And the Penguins beat the Red Wings 5-1. Caps beat the Flyers 6-4. Looking into the Eastern Conference now, heading into the day. Carolina has 100 points. They're in first. Sabres also have 100 points. They're in second. The Lightning lost. They have 98, and they lost to Montreal, who's now 96 points, 2 points back. The Bruins won. They're at 94. Sixth place. The Penguins with 92. And the Islanders have 89. The Blue Jackets, despite the loss, stay at 88. And the Senators have 86. The Red Wings have 86 as well. They're in 10th. And the Flyers also have 86. The Caps have 85. So a lot of teams lost in the East yesterday, fighting for those final 2 wildcard spots. There are only 3 games going on today, and the Sharks are a part of it. Some big, big games going on for the all Western Conference affairs going on today. The Sharks host the Anaheim Ducks, the team that is first in the Pacific and fourth in the West. They have 87 points, and because of the Oilers' win yesterday, they're only 2 points up on them. So they're going to be fighting for points, but we need them more, so we're going to try and win this game. The Canucks play the Avs. The Blues play the Kings. The Blues are 7th in the Central with 73 points, 13th in the West, just 2 points behind us. They're still in it, and the Kings have 76 points, 1 point back of Nashville. So this is the first game of the back-to-back. The second game is against the Maple Leafs, which you could argue is the easier opponent, and it probably is the easier opponent. However, we're really just trying to win this game, because if we win this game, we'll be tied with Nashville going into tomorrow, where basically everybody's going to be playing. So, man, it's a very, very big game. Very big game. All teams but 2 are playing. That would be the Ducks and the Blues are the only teams that do not play tomorrow. So you're really trying to get a win here, because you can go in tied with that final wild card spot, and you can try and go up or stay alive depending on what happens. But today is such a crucial game. It's going to be on national TV for the Sharks. Yaroslav's going to be starting against Dostal for the Ducks. Look, man, we're just trying to keep it rolling. We've scored points in the last 3 games, and we've won 2 of the last 2 games. Just trying to win this one here. The Warriors, though, they play the Spurs. Like I mentioned, the Sharks play the Ducks. College basketball is not going on until Saturday. So that's going to do it for today. We mentioned all the teams that are upcoming, all the games upcoming, and we're going to have fun watching them. It's going to be a good day for sports. Giants, Padres at 1:10. The Warriors play at 7, and the Sharks play on TNT at 6. So it's going to be a fun day for sports. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.